Hello,
How are you?
how are you?
I'm okay. And yourself?
I'm well, thank you for asking.
Yeah. Thank you for the time, you know?
Okay,
Yeah.
you're welcome. Thank you also for making time. Um, I want you maybe to introduce yourself. Um, Tell us a little bit about who are you, where are you from, what do you do?
Okay, thank you. My name is Thulani Mrhetjha. I was born in Pumalanga, Kwandebele. So myself currently I work as a social scientist and a community developer, focusing in disaster risk reduction in Africa. So meaning I've studied disaster management. So currently, I'm just sitting at home, and I can say I'm unemployed officially, but I'm running the development for communities in various spaces and encouraging communities to promote things like culture, heritage, sports, the taking care of the environment, the planting of the trees, the sustainable developmental goals of the United Nations. So I just try to keep myself very busy. So I can say I'm an all-rounder. So, but officially being born Kwandebele, but I think I've got a reach or few people. They know me in the country. So I've been up and down the country. Yeah.
Okay, Tulan, it's very nice to meet you. I think I've known you for a few years now.
Yeah, yeah,
So
no, it's quite
it's
a few
very nice
years.
to get to, yeah. So it's very nice to get to talk to you, find out more about what you do and
Yeah,
how it impacts the creative industry as well.
yeah, yeah.
So
I
is
think,
there, um,
yeah,
because I know you're a curator, I know you also manage
yeah,
artists. Is there a
yeah.
specific art form that you yourself practice?
Uh, yeah, as a curator, I do curate in Pumalanga and the whole country. So I curate and develop curation, but my curation style is various from music, art, fashion, lifestyle as a whole. So I sell a package because the style of curation for me is like an approach to unite people. It's about the unity of people, like in the creative space, to see people being united, to see people coming together,
Yeah.
and to see to see people really making sure that we are really very well represented in our art, in our communities, and then we do very well. So it's very very important that in the creative space we we curate and we bring people together, and then when we curate and bring people together, we make sure that we create in a form that it can promote social cohesion, it can promote unity in diversity, and it can preserve our heritage, knowledge, and our culture. So, as a curator, there are many, many styles that I've learned or I wish to curate. As yourself, you are a curator. We have to co-curate together. We have to
Yeah.
bring our knowledge together and try to see that what can we create for our people. So sorry about that, the noise in the background because of the kids in my community. They always seek my time. So whether I'm on a live talk or I'm doing something, they will demand the attention. Kids are kids. Yeah. I hope I've answered your
Yeah.
question.
Yes, you have. That was very insightful because I know a lot of people that curate. I curate myself, but I've never really looked at curating as an act of nation building, kind of like bringing people together in different art forms, whether it's music, fashion, whatever the case. So that's a very, very interesting aspect to curation that you have. And I think it ties well into what you do as a risk and disaster manager. What is that exactly? Can you tell us a bit about that?
Okay, because I qualify in disaster management academically, so we have opened a non-profit company that is called Friends in Disaster Risk Reduction Africa, where we are promoting
Yeah,
disaster risk reduction. So disaster risk reduction, it is a function where everyone in the community or in the society, they do have a role to contribute towards reducing the disasters that are existing in the continent or in the world. So with my knowledge and my science, I serve to add value in the industry and make sure that our communities are very well safe. Disaster risk reduction is hand in hand with disaster management because of I'm qualified in the field of disaster management as a
mm,
qualified specialist. So we take care of the disasters that are happening in the
mm,
world, in the continent, in our country. So we always make sure that the disasters are well taken and are well coordinated so that when our people are facing such events, they know how to respond. And also building the capacity building, the training for our people, education for our people, so that people they can be informed. Also creating opportunities that they can create opportunities for work, for employment for other people in the country or in the
yeah.
continent. Yeah, so that's one of my function that I do daily. So which it ties to our day-to-day life because of we say disaster management is everyone's business. It's not only a one person's business, but it's everyone's business. So as people, we have a role and we have to make sure that we promote disaster management wherever we are.
Mm. Okay. And then how does art tie into that? Like for example, you curate a little bit of everything. I also saw that you're involved with is it the I'm forgetting the name, but it's an older Ndebele lady. I think she has a gallery in Kwandebe. I saw that you're involved in that as well. So how does what you studied, what you practice, like come together with the arts?
I think what I do, I manage Goko's Nosinki Mahlangu. She's a Ndebele artist. She's a beater. She's a singer. She's a dancer, and she's a Ndebele cultural custodian with a lot of knowledge. So we've been working together.
Okay.
I've worked with her on the blanket making for a blanket. I've worked with her on the nomination for the Order of Ikamanga, where she was awarded the Order of Ikamanga from the Office of President. So I've been doing a lot of her administration work
Yeah.
and a lot of her work. So my
Wow.
role in our culture, I serve as a cultural custodian, someone who has to look that our culture is very well preserved. So I come as a promoter.
Yeah.
So if anyone in our culture is doing something good, so I do have a mandate to promote that person, to promote the work of that person, and to expose the work of that person, which it comes back to my trades as an artist manager or a talent developer or a talent manager in other spaces. So with my network and my knowledge, I can be able to curate a deal, maybe for someone, or to position a particular artist in a particular level. As long as the work of that artist is shows that it's very authentic and it's a good work, we can always promote that work.
Yeah.
So far as my function as a curator, and I think it links with my work that I've studied for with coordination because of as a disaster manager, you must be able to coordinate. to bring people together so that they can resolve the problem that the
Yeah.
community is facing. Yeah, so it's all about coordinating activities, organizing, planning, knowing that if you have to plan for an exhibition, what will you require? The administration part of it, everything. So everything comes together.
Yeah. 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 I see.
Yeah.
I see. That's very interesting. And in your role as someone that takes care of communities and kind of brings people together, what do you think is the role of arts in in kind of like nation building, maybe bringing people together or even imparting education? What do you think? Where do you think art fits in there?
I think the arts has a very big role to play because even our government is promoting the unity in diversity. So we've got art from
Okay.
diversified community. So we've got art that is done by a Bavenda community, Ndebele community, Basotho community, the Zulu community. We've got art from different communities.
Yeah.
Some other communities, they are international communities. They do have their art, which speaks to them. So the art, we
Yeah.
say art is the language of the creator or is language of God. God communicates to us through art. So God uses art. That is why in the Islamic community, you will see in the mosque there's a lot of art. Yeah, the mosque is not just design,
Yeah.
but there's artifacts where there's a lot of art, detailed art, and you will see the wisdom of the artist who worked on that mosque to say, "Wow, this artist was so great." You look at what they did with those tiles. So that's where you see that art, it has power to unite people. Art is a language. Art is a religion on its own because some people they draw their artistic
Mm.
strength from their culture, from their heritage. So without heritage, without culture, you can't present your art. You can present your art in a form of drawing, visualization, but some other arts are informed by our roots. So art play a very, very big role in
Yeah.
our community for unity in diversity and promoting social cohesion.
Yeah. Okay, I hear you. That's very interesting. That's also very, very important. What advice maybe would you give to young creatives about the art industry?
They must just do their work. They must just do their work. Yeah, they must just do their work
Yeah.
without even chasing fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, they must just keep on doing their work. It must be yeah, it must be embedded in you. And then once
Yeah.
it's embedded in you and you live it, if you want to make money, you'll make money eventually. But they must just be good at what they are doing and always improve their skills and always practice makes perfect because the young people they want to parachute fame. They think like because of you can paint, suddenly you wanna be famous. And once they are being hooked by money, they start losing track. That's where they get
Yeah.
into a lot of things that affect their mental health. So they make money through art quickly
Yeah.
and they die quickly. So we don't need to lose our artists because of these
Yeah.
problems that you see that are being caused by mental health. Suddenly, people are portraying the life that they cannot maintain. They are chasing fame for no reason.
Yeah.
Just do your work. Fame will just find you there. And if you do your work and you have a team, it's very important that you build a team and you work with a team. You don't work alone because you cannot make it alone. So
Yeah.
also what is important is
Mm.
the relationship maintaining. it's very important that you maintain your relationship
Mhm.
with the people that you work with, or your
Yeah,
suppliers, or the people that you give them, your clients. So this, it must be a two-way
yeah,
relationship. Brings business. So some artists, they don't care about their clients because of they feel like
opportunity. Yeah,
they are superstars. My clients, they are looking for me. Me, I'm not looking for them. No, they are always after me. So what can you
yeah,
say? So the behavior plays a very big role in our artists, and our artists, they must have a
yeah,
responsibility to the community. They must be responsible. They mustn't
yeah,
just parachute with the community to become superstars because of their songs and their art is being supported by the community. So they have to give back to the community.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It reminds me of something someone said a while ago, and they said, um, an artist's core job is to uplift the community or something along
Yeah.
those lines. So yeah, I get what you're saying. So out of all the things you curate, what would you say you resonate the most with? Like what feels more like you're more in touch with?
No, I'm more in touch with promoting people's work as long as it's more like genuine, and as long as I understand it, I see where's the market. So more like more strength is networking and creating opportunities for like to be for those unseen to be seen, those unheard to be heard. So the curation part is a strength for me because what I curate, most people that have curated, I don't know if
Mm,
if you curate something in Debele, I think you can only explain it maybe deeply in
mm,
Debele if you understand it, because of our art speaks to us. It's
mm.
a similar art that you see
Yeah,
on this T-shirt that
yeah.
comes from
It's
Ethiopia,
cultural
which
wisdom.
is an ancient art, and where this art, Picasso drew an inspiration from this art, and he became famous. So this is an
Yeah,
ancient Ethiopian art. So if you don't understand where this art is coming from, and then today you just want to present our art because of it's being painted with a brush, we will tell you where the origin of our art it comes from and why it was done, and we will link it with the universal message, the cosmical message, to say why the Nguni art, they all have similar patterns, because these patterns, they link somewhere in the cosmic. It's a reflection of the cosmic.
yeah,
So it's not only about bold big
yeah.
lines, but they have a deeper meaning. They speak to the mind. So if you just someone who's just in business, you only see the lines, but we see beyond. We see evolution. We
Mhm.
see our art evolving from where we came from initially, where our art was not considered that it can bring money. So it was a thing that we do as form of our day-to-day life to purify our space and to make sure
Yeah,
that our we teach this to our kids.
yeah. So, yeah,
Yeah.
Tulani, it was so nice talking to you a little bit about what you do, your passions, and how you help the community.
Yeah. It was
So,
so nice
thank you so
also
much.
having this time. Yeah, it was so nice also for you inviting me to join you, and so that we can have this discussion. I think we will have more of this discussion. We will see with the response of the people. If the people they want us to engage more on other matters, maybe things like yoga, meditation, the
Yeah,
spiritual journey, how to find oneself, all these things. Maybe our listeners
yeah,
they do have questions. They can always request that we can have a session, maybe face-to-face session where we can empower each other as a community.
yeah,
Speak about issues that affect us day to day because of as the youth, we are being affected by the issues that are similar, but we run away from discussing those issues. So I think we must create a
Yeah.
platform where we can talk as a society, hike together, camp together, and build a one nation
Yeah.
society that that can grow ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, that is very, very true. So you guys, you heard
Yeah.
it. If you have any comments, any questions, please don't be afraid to ask. And if you're interested in building a society or community, that's also very something that I would love to look into as well. I think Tulani would like to look into that as well. So thank you so much for your time. Nice and sweet and short.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, till next time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for all who have joined, and thank you for everyone